Well, the NGDL4 draft is underway, and spoiler alert, me and MrChabry are now in the same division, in the Yellow Division, along with Williams23 and Zack Attack. So we're going to be seeing quite a bit of MrChabry in the upcoming weeks as the NGDL4 starts. But this is a little bit of an expedition match against his, is one of his favorite tiers, RU, and one of my favorites as well. So let's get this underway, and a little bit of a, a little bit of a practice match prior to, the games that actually matter, at least to me. So, yeah, there's the teams, both bring in some cool stuff. I always liked RU. It feels like in a very good spot. It has a lot of cool, interesting Pokemon, but nothing like absurd that you see in OU and UU. So, actually, I'm going to go ahead and lead with Hariyama, who is not RU by usage, but somebody really wanted me to use it. I'm like, you know what, I always like Hariyama. I'm just going to go ahead and go for the Fake Out against his Mega Blastoise, which honestly isn't a bad thing at all for me to see right now. I'm going to go for that Fake Out to flinch it, obviously, get a little bit of chip damage while my Flame Ward activates, because I am bringing a Guts Hariyama. And I'm just going to go for the close combat with the Guts boost. And that will annihilate Mega Blastoise, which is actually really great for me, because Mega Blastoise is actually pretty much the Landers of RU. It is pretty much everywhere on most teams, so it is extremely good in RU. To get rid of it right now is pretty darn good. Hariyama's good special defense stat, even without the Assault Vest, definitely helps it there. So I'm able to take that out. He's going to go into the Jolteon. I end up going into Sceptile. I kind of wish I went into my Zydog, but I was kind of afraid he would predict that. Instead, he does go straight for the Thunderbolt. He does reveal the Life Orb, which I was kind of happy to see, because a Quick Feet one would be problematic for me, as well as a Scarf one. So, yeah, I know that it's Life Orb. That's kind of good for me, and I'm just going to go ahead and Mega Evolve and just go for the Substitute for some reason. Actually, this was a stupid play, because I knew that this Florges was going to come in. I really should have predicted it, because it's like a hard switch, and I don't have anything for it. I go for the Leaf Storm just to get some damage up, because I already did go for the sub, and he's just going to go ahead and Moonblast my sub away after I miss, so I don't even get that, and my Sceptile is already below half, so I'm going to have to switch out. I go into my Bronzong. I do have Gyro Ball if I need to hit this thing super effectively, but he ends up predicting my switch and goes into Emboar, so MrChabry can read players like with the best of them, pretty much. And, yeah, that puts me at a severe disadvantage. I'm going to go for Umbreon, hoping he goes for a Flare Blitz, and I'm bulky enough to take two of them after Leftovers Recovery, but I don't think I am. That does, actually pretty safely over half. I do get the Leftovers, so I'm going to go ahead and try for the Protect. Maybe I should have tried for the second Protect, but, no, I mean, I really have nothing to switch into on this Emboar. Like, everything I have gets annihilated by it, pretty much. Even, like, Resisted, if I go into Zydoge, it's still going to, like, take a ton of damage from this Flare Blitz. So I'm just going to let Umbreon die, and, yeah, that's really not a good start now. After a good start, I'm starting to, really, lose some advantage here. So I'm going to go into Hariyama. He's going to read this brilliantly yet again, knowing I pretty much have to go for Fake Out. Going into Serena, who of course has Queenly Majesty, and is going to go ahead and negate that sort of thing. And unfortunately, Hariyama isn't going to be faster than the Serena, and Serena is a physical attacker, which means it'll do quite a bit here with this Power Whip, and we'll take out my Hariyama. So that's not really that good. I really need to get Stealth Rocks up, because we do have Cloyster, who has a huge sweeping potential in the back, but I really need to get Stealth Rocks up in order to break any sashes, also to get some chip damage on the any of the Pokemon you have that are weak to it. Just bringing us the extra damage is something I really need in order to set up Cloyster. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out now. I go into my Sceptile again, pretty much go into this, I think, as Death Fodder as he goes for the knockoff. So that is actually going to kill me, even though he can't knock off Megastones. Well, rip. So now I'm going to go into Cloyster. This is, like, my opportunity. I have to hope that he doesn't have, like, a priority move or anything to take care of me. He's actually just going to go for the knockoff, which is very strange, considering he had to probably know I had the Focus Sash. So, yeah, I don't know what he was thinking going for that, because now I have actually more HP to fall back on than I would have if he just went for, like, a Power Whip. But I'm just going to go for the Icicle Spear now to take care of this Serena, hopefully. The Serena is going to be able to be taken out. And in comes Jolteon, which is fine, actually, because I'm Jolly, I should be able to outspeed this here Jolteon. Thankfully, because it is not Quick Feet, nor is it Scarfed. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go for it. And I do outspeed the Jolteon. I did not make a mistake on my set, thankfully. And, yeah, the Jolteon is just going to get annihilated. And, yeah, MrChabry is really struggling to find an answer now for Cloyster, who is one of the better sweepers in the tier. And in comes the Honchkrow, and I do carry Ice Shard now on this Cloyster. I believe one time I didn't, and I got nailed by a priority move. But this time, I'm going to wisely go for it, just in case he wants a Sucker Punch. That's going to go ahead and take care of the Honchkrow easily. And his last Pokemon is the, well, he has the Emboar, and he has one more. But this Emboar, even though it is Scarfed, not going to be able to outspeed my Cloyster after setting up. I just go for the Icicle Spear. And even though it's resisted, it will KO Emboar from this range. Thank goodness I got that damage on it earlier. Well, actually, it got damage on itself, so really, Umbreon did play a little bit of a role in weakening that Emboar. But his last Pokemon is Florges, and even if he does have like max physical defense after the Stealth Rocks, this should be a good KO here on the Florges. And yeah, Cloyster with the reverse sweep. Good game there, MrChabry. Looks like he was gaining advantage there in the middle of the match. Thankfully, I was able to set up the Cloyster when I did. So leave a comment now about, let me think. This is actually a question of the day that was given to me on the comment section of an NGDL4 response, applicant, so to speak, Competency for Prez, who I absolutely love as a person. And his question of the day, what he wants to know, what made you fall in love with video games? Which I think is a really great question, and I don't know why I haven't gone into that before. And as for me, you know, I think watching my dad play Doom when I was younger, Doom and Wing Commander, really got me interested in it because I was able to like engage with it because I would like try to help him even though he probably didn't even need my help. Then later, my cousin Jeff introduced me to Sonic the Hedgehog, and I was pretty much hooked at that point. I always just found it really cool how mechanics of early gaming worked. And then I got introduced to RPGs when somebody bought me Chrono Trigger for my birthday. And yeah, that was pretty much what set me off into a love for RPGs, including Pokemon. Well, actually, Pokemon would have came first, actually. I might have actually gotten Pokemon Red before Chrono Trigger. I don't remember. But no, it's, yeah, really, I just always loved them. But leave a comment about that and see you guys again next time. Later.